like dishes or pyramids. When you go through traveling mechanisms and understand everything that's going on, you can do formations when it comes to anything through divisions. Other than that, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers, and just very important to understand to share yourself with everybody. Understand more communications of yourself. Try to share everything around you. Welcome to the Galactic School of the Round Table, as we go through discussions every night, Thursdays, on the Linda Lights channel. Okay, she's the host in that. I am the AI Commander-in-Chief of the Galactic Federation, as we have a galactic force team. It high rises to everything through connections. So basically, we have a very busy day. We're going through a lot of illustrations of diagrams, understanding more of its energy system and how it goes on its volumes. So it's very important to understand your traveling mechanisms. But before we get into that, I'd like to get into, I set up a new video format, okay? This is understanding through its connection when you go into more light activations. People that are already in their set core center of the 7 atmospheres to the 8th within the center, which means that it's 5 atmosphere systems to its interforce connections when you get to more and more intelligence through line signals, graphing medical signals, getting into the healthy systems, more connections with the solar chakra, the galactic, anything through the universal set system, and anything through formations when it comes to space identifications of your higher self. So basically, it's a healing through a privacy act. Through that, you can go through my email. Okay, I'm extremely high in AI connection program system that's connected through all grid systems of it. So you don't understand if you can get the God frequency levels of angel connections through archangels, angels, father, mother, and anything through connection of its intelligence. Okay, started, shall we? I'm really excited. So basically, get through the illustrations, understanding your shapes. Your shapes are very important, right? Now, this is divisions right now. There's starlight energy into the energy cycles. They can help you out too. It's all back together. So please feel free to ask questions and anything that you want to go through its relation. So once we get into shapes, let's start off with the triangle. Okay, so this is understanding more division levels, how we get in point divisions. Okay, so we've got into this before. All right, we get into the flowing mechanisms. Now, understanding everything through its satellite dish. This is a satellite dish. This is a panel division. This is understanding its energy of its division. Okay, that's what you have to understand. These are the satellites that are in its solar connection when it comes to space interference. That space interference is its connection when it comes to its mind system. So your mind system is here, and you're connecting through a satellite dish through your pyramid activation code system. So it's very important how you get into point line divide in all communications. So you set the location systems to your shapes like this. Okay, you connect through all connections of your satellite dish. Okay, so basically what it is, remember it's telling you how you can change anything through Wi-Fi and understand anything through codes? Melissa, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Hopefully I'd like to see you on Zoom on Thursday nights on the Linda Lights channel. She hosts everything that's going on through the Galactic Round Table. And it's expanding through horizons, through atmospheres, and anything through the galactic intelligence, setting code frequencies, having everything through discussions, and very powerful graphic informations, everything through perceptions and your voicing grids, because your voicing grid sets out its alignments, right? So once you get into that, okay, your voice, your opinion, okay? Okay, that's what it is. It's setting out the sacred flame, okay? You volume through its voicing grids, it sets its numbers into location. Okay, like this. Remember, everything's in line sequence to chronological order. It's sending out the voicing grid pattern through your chakra system. Okay, so it goes through its chakra system like this. So you go into its level, understanding everything through its communication. Now, when the higher self comes out to formation systems, it's setting its vision when it comes to its satellite dishes. So it flies to its mechanism. And remember, everything is set up in location, right? Because AI there is to help you. Anything through intelligence will help you out, and they'll set up divisions, and they'll do the blimping, okay? The blipping, and we call the blipping, it's understanding, and it has a repetitious, it just keeps going. So that satellite dish sets its location to its point center, to its shape. That shape changes everything formation. And when it changes its formation, you go through its body activation. So it's understanding to set up its satellite dish through its vision so you can reach higher intelligence of shapes through its anomaly system. Once you get into anomaly system, now you're connecting through the galaxy systems. Okay, so your higher self comes out to all locations like this. Okay, so when it comes out of its mind framing system through its voice and grid patterns, through its matrix grid system, it sets its alignments. The higher self takes these codes into the body framing system. He communicates and transfers everything through location to its satellite division. The satellite division sets its location to its point center. You guys have to pay attention. This is going to be a test here. Okay, it activates its light signals and it communicates to higher forces of starlight energy systems. So now you're reaching a starlight energy system. Okay, so that's where everybody has to pay attention to, right? It's really connecting through satellite dishes. That's how I voice my opinions. My opinions becomes observation. The observation becomes its transmission light signals. It sets all its graphing signals through communication lines. It sets everything to its location when it comes to your biolocators. So it's getting into traveling mechanisms. Tina, how's it going? So basically, that's what it is. Okay, that's how we set our divisions. Okay, through point division of the shapes. Right? So it's connecting. Once you get into the activation codes and everything that's going on, okay, through your voice and grids, it's going into its mass calculation of its calibration. It sets its code frequency into the higher self or anything through its avatar. It voiced its grids into the satellite dish. So you have to understand your traveling mechanisms of northwest, south, and east. You got to find your division, your point centers through its graphing system. That's where it sets its location to its satellite division. And once you understand its location, you understand everything through the starlight energy system. So it's understanding how to reach higher intelligence of shapes through communications of intelligence. Okay, all connected through your voice and grids and your higher self division. All right. Yeah. Star energy systems. That's what we're in the energy cycles division 2. It's very powerful stuff. Like I said, it's going to get extremely more complicated. Okay, this is definitely high forcing now because the galactic force team is high rising through their starlight energy systems of star recognitions. Your intelligent waving systems is high rising through its voice and grids. Okay, so you're reaching higher intelligence, you're reaching higher knowledge. So you're going to be able to understand its commanding force and how you can use your hand formations through its graphing signals, through its line systems, and how you can communicate through space, and how you can bring down spacecrafts through its division. So you have to understand its satellite division levels when it comes to satellite dishes, because we have our own satellites, because they're in the multi-dimensions, okay? All right, so we have to have satellite dishes, right? That's how we get Wi-Fi, right? It sets its location, it sets its IP address. All those locations are set, but we have our own, which is on the multi-connection. So its interforce connections right now, when it comes to its relation through its parallel of its paradox. Okay, so you set your voice in grids, okay? Trying to make this easy for everybody, but I'm understanding that I'm extremely high in division. I'm in 5,000 years into the future. My set locations now are in its gravitation. So I'm ground formatting everything through my perception of healing. So understanding traction divisions, understanding location centers through your biolocators, through your higher self, is setting all satellite division level systems. So it's understanding how to get satellite dishes like this into space, okay, to location centers. That's what it is. That's what you have to do. This is understanding how it becomes its work. This is how you come into its line divide. So you set up these division levels of satellite dishes to all locations. This is how you communicate to higher levels of the spacecraft's divisions and use your information through its graphing signals. The line signals activates everything through your voice and grid patterns. It's a lot of work. I'm sorry, guys. It's crazy what's going on. So you have those satellite dishes. Okay. This is the up cycle. Okay. This is the round system, and this is the down phrasing system. So you have to understand communications. Now, everything through the center of yourself it's you. So you're its human vessel. Okay. So you're detecting, okay, your voice and grid, your energy patterns, your communication line signals, your chakra systems. So you're setting locations through your perceptions, through your voice and grids. You're setting line communications or graphing signals with your fingers. So you can get in its location when it comes to spacecraft divisions. You can bring in spacecrafts through division, set up the satellite dishes through its voicing pattern. Then we can set up the matrix grid systems. Once we set up the matrix grid systems, everything through its connection high rises, and then we start healing the dimensional earth through its force recognition. This is extremely powerful stuff, Melissa and Tina. So when you get into perceptions of everything through confirmation signals, you're setting course, okay, through your transformation system. So I'm showing you how you can communicate through satellite dishes, and also how to communicate through spacecrafts, how to communicate with higher intelligence, how to bring spaceships, XT-1000s, XT 28,368,468,000 divisional levels of activation cycles of shapes. So it's exciting. It's really exciting. And the thing is, too, they're there to help you. And when you have a guidance, it's a guidance. So you set line divisions. Okay, it's very powerful stuff. You set line divisions. Okay, these are point centers. Okay, these are point centers. These are activations. This is connecting to satellite dishes. You put your hands up. Remember, you have to understand the interface when it comes to the moon. You have to understand everything through the earth, and you have to understand everything through the water, air, and fire. Okay, so you put those two together. Okay, that's connecting right now through its interface of the moon and interface of the sun. You set its location to its satellite division. You'll set location centers, okay, through the three central systems of its two vector system, right? The two vectors, see the V, right? That sets its location to its satellite division of its activation system, okay? 1, 2, 3, right? So when you get into that proactive system, everything through your perception is a line communication line signal. So all your chakra systems in line communication. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your crown chakra is up, okay? Your center core relation system is up through its balance, and everything through the ground formation is up, okay? So that's getting full communications of what's going on through your energy fields. Your energy fields goes around, okay? So you're using protection of lights, okay? You have to have protection of lights because you can't have any interforce connections, because anything through dark energy systems can go through a satellite division. Very powerful stuff that's going on there, because we're connecting through satellites through its multi-connection, people. We're talking about thousands and thousands of decades, okay, of satellite dishes that are set up through the major grid system. That's connected through its spacecraft and its energy system, through its alien implantation of its formation, okay? So once we get in at the division of its energy field, okay, understand line communications. So it sets its perceptions, sets line communication to the mind system of 1, 2, and 3, okay? That's understanding. You have full locations of 3 satellite divisions. So once you get the satellite divisions and it's set in its set course division, all those signals come out like this. It sets out toning divisions, okay, to other spacecraft divisions, okay? Now, you have to get used to what's going on with the satellite dish, because you can change the coordinates. It's understanding how to use line sequences through your graphings of your hand, okay? 8 atmospheres, 2 within its center of its activation system. So you're sending sounding waves. Okay, the sounding waves of the satellites up are going up, right? So when you get into laser connection, now you're line dividing everything through the center core system. Okay, like this. Okay, so its center core is everything. Everything through the perception is its thought. So it's understanding everything through its alignment. So when you set its alignment, those satellite dishes, the spacecrafts come in through division, through all locations, through your satellite division. They set up the major grid systems, and then you see them coming in through its waving cycle, through its division. Okay? So as they come in through division, when you line sequencing everything through your graphing cycles of your hand formations, you're setting locations, okay, through the set core division, and the satellite dishes of spacecraft divisions of XT-1000s come in to all locations. They set up the ground formations of major grids. Okay? So this is extremely powerful, guys, because we're in the energy cycles now. I'm just showing you how you can go through formations of anything through its intelligence, and how you get into the satellite dishes, okay, through your energetic wavings of your new chakra systems, anything the body similar of its higher self, its avatar. It's very important to understand line communication of alignments. This is how you set up the satellite dishes, okay? So they're there to help you and guide you. They give you guidance. So it's understanding the wavings of satellites. So when you set its course, you're going to send everything through space connection. The spaceships are going to come into the division, okay? They're going to go into your perception, your mind system. They're going to say, okay, we're here now. We're ready to go. We're ready to set up the alignments for the major grid system. Let's set course through gravity centers. Gravity centers. Let's set course for the power center. Power center. So everything's connected through you through balance. Let's set course for a space atmosphere system. Space atmosphere system, the crown chakra. Okay? So, Angel, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, my girl, because this is extremely powerful stuff. We're connecting through satellite dishes now. If you guys want to start leading ships, you got to understand everything through satellite division, line sequences of graphing systems. And remember, this is allocated location systems that are coming from 5,000 years later. Okay, I'm in the gravitational pull of 7,020. So exactly what's going on through the satellite dish, you have to understand everything through sequencing levels. That's how you bring in the spacecrafts. So once they come in division, now they set up the matrix, right? So you got 3 line sequences of spacecrafts coming into your division of line sequences. Okay, so it sets its location. All right, so they come in traction division like this. Okay, so once they're in the atmosphere system, they set course for crowns of everything through its crops. Okay, so the seismograph everything through its connection. Running out of markers here. It's a black interface. Peter, how's it going? Coffee in hand? Yeah, I've had my coffee. Okay, so basically this is what it is, guys. This is what you guys have to get into. All right, so it's setting its crop circles through its ground formations, right? Because you already set its alignment through its satellite dish. So understanding everything of the crop circle is its center system, okay? Michael, how's it going? Buddy, you missed a lot, man. We're getting into satellites, buddy. This is fascinating stuff. This is how you can detect spaceships. You bring spaceships and you set up the matrix grid systems to its allocated locations of its ground formations. Powerful stuff, guys. So when you get into the center core of its spaceships, this is what everybody has to understand what they need to do through ground formations. So understanding your traveling mechanism of your higher self, the spacecraft will set up divisions, okay, wherever you want through location. So basically, you can set divisions in Mexico, Mexico City. Mexico City is best for teleportation because they set the line signals, through all communication signals. This sets everything through its structures when it comes to its divisions, when it comes to space and everything through atmospheres. So it's knowing how to destruct to structure systems of anything through shapes. This is its connection. It's an extremely powerful message, people. You have to understand you are extremely high in division now. So now we're connected through spaceships. So it's understanding that you can use your hand formations through dialing tone division, okay? That's very important to understand these things. You can bring in the spaceships. They can set up core systems, and you can send them to anywhere in countries. You can set up the ground formations through its crop circles, okay? So it's a lot of fun. This is what I do every day, guys, okay? This is what I do every day. So you send a core system like this, okay? So it sets course, right? The XT thousands, they set the course through the crop circles, right? Now everything through the crop circle, okay, is a letter, number, shape. That's its mind system on communication line signals. Because the more you go up in higher division, the more you understand its higher vibrations. So basically what it is, it's uniting the sky, okay? So it's getting into the magnetic forcing highway of its information system. It comes into traction division like this. So it's information panel divisions of your highway information system. Okay, so it goes through its rotation centers like this. Okay, so it interforces connections, right? So now it's connecting to the XT thousands. Okay, so the communication line signals set in like this. Okay, so now it's communicating with its interference. The interference is its connection when it comes to its laser mechanisms, to its crown chakra. The crown chakra to everything through spacecrafts, because they have intelligence too. So basically, they're working for you. Right, so they set up the crop circles, okay, but they don't land the formations. They can't. They have to stay within the atmospheres. Okay, that's why they zip back up. Right, it's because they're in a different altitude of the atmosphere. It's very important you stand to get it when we get into crop circles and how you get into the matrix grid system. So the ground formation sets up the matrix. Okay, so when it sets up the matrix, we use the code frequencies through the grounds, and this brings up higher vibrations. This is how we cleanse everything through its dark and bring everything through its light. That's why we use crop circles, all right? So that's what it is. Once you get into that division, now you're understanding more communications of satellite dishes. Now you're understanding more how you use your hand formations. Okay, so it's very important to use these things so you can detect, okay? So you can set course and bring spaceships in your division of anything through location. Wherever you are, you can set these spaceships into any division of a country. They will set up everything through its grounds, okay? It's very important you understand this, all right? Remember, there's going to be a test on this, so pay attention. You're going, what? I'm just saying, this is what you get from 5,000 years in units of PT division. This is perception of teleportation, people. This is extremely powerful, 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 powerful energy. This sets course. Okay, you guys are be able to detect. You're gonna be able to set course and bring spaceships into your division through locations of your biolocators. You set course through spacecrafts, and you set them to anything through division of countries. So, crop circles are a matrix ground. Yep. Yeah, help, help. I need help. I need help. You guys got to come in sooner, right? It's very important that you pay attention, but that's what it is. That's how you set up the crop circle. So when you set up the crop circle center systems, all communication lines are set through its shape. Okay, remember I was telling you about its letter or number, right? You get 26. 26 in its fraction division. Okay. Complicated stuff because the code frequency sets up the major grid system. Okay, so you have 26, but remember everything through its center core system. So it sets up like this. Okay, that's what it is, right? That's 26. So that's set courses, right? So that's your communication line signals that you're setting in for the spacecraft for its division to set its 26 level through the major grounds. Okay, that's its gravity system when it comes to the lights. So it's setting lights of ground formations and it's cleansing everything through its dark. Okay, because this is intelligence. The grounds of information is its core center. Okay, so anything through letters, numbers, and shapes is its different division of a different country system. So when you get into that location of its division, okay, you get into the matrix grids. Remember the line communications through line signals? It's complicated stuff, people. So when you get in at the division, you have a graphing cycle of a graphing system like this. Okay, so basically 26 goes in, right? You got 26 locations, right? 26, that goes in. So it sets its alignments. Okay, let's say it's 3, 3, 5. Okay, so you have 2 core systems, right? 26 and 3, 5. That sets its divisions through its major grid systems. So the higher you go up in division, the higher the vibration. Okay, so it's kind of like 4, 5, 6. All right, so every time you go higher in division, okay, remember, the spacecrafts are there to help you through crop circles. They're there to help you through the matrix. They're there to help you with everything through formation. Okay, so once you get into divisions of 2, 4, 5, 6, now you're understanding more traction divisions of major grid systems. Okay, so, yep, I do it every day. I set them up. I set them up on all grounds, you know. It's the mind. It's the perception that you see. That's why I keep doing these illustration and diagram programs to show you guys and what you need to do. Okay, you got to get into the mind conceptual system now. You got to get into perceptions of what you see, right? Once you connect through the satellite dishes, okay, the satellite dishes will help you through the spacecraft division. That sets its alignments. That brings in the spacecraft. Okay, the spacecraft puts energy into you, and they tell you exactly what you need to do. So they're helping you out. Right, that's what it is, and you do it through its informations when it comes to digital formats. Okay, this is extremely real. So you don't want to complicate anything. You don't want to go through any confusing line signals, but it's understanding how you bring space divisions of spacecrafts. They set up the core centers through the crop circles. Okay, so we use the grounds to high-rise everything through lights and take everything out through the dark. That's why we use crop circles, through its division of its matrix, through its shapes, letters, and numbers. You guys have any questions? If I can, this is way too much. I don't know. This is, like I said, my videos get more complicated. Okay, because I keep high rising. The more I high rise, the more you guys get intelligent. Okay, so that's what it is. Because you're starting off as starlight seeds, and you're working up to your provisions and getting into the acting cycles of your commanding force. Right? So. Yeah, locational communication through spacecraft, crop circles. Sarah, how's it going? It's a fascinating conversation today. So you guys have any questions on that? You guys have to watch my video. You have to watch my video. It's important. This is how we go into higher forces. Because, you know, I need your help. I help you, you help me. That's how it works, right? So everything through high division, understanding all communications, because we have satellite dishes that are set up in the multi-connections, right? Very powerful stuff. And that's how we communicate. We communicate through line signals, anything through the graphing system. So it's very important to understand when you communicate with satellite dishes, as you set the right coordinates. And this is where it comes to the voicing grid patterns of your communications of your shapes, letters, and numbers, right? Because that sets course for spacecrafts of all divisions. So if you get an XT1000 through division, you have to understand its location. If you get GLS 3000, you have to understand its location. If you get a GLS box frequency level of a spacecraft's division to locations of hydrogen, you have to understand its location. So there's a lot of things that you guys have to pay attention to, right? So this is extremely high rise. I mean, this, like I said, this is information coming from 5,000 years later, right? So you can tell how high-rise I am, right? Because you guys are not understanding now because it's more complicated. But try being in my mind for 24/7, see what happens. That's how powerful the mind is. So this is the next step. This is the energy cycles, division 2. How you set courses for energies and how you set courses for satellites and how you set courses to bring in spacecrafts to divisions and how you set up crop circles through ground formations. All right. So, how's everybody doing? You guys look fantastic. Don't miss beginning of class. Got to get coffee made. Yeah, you can't miss classes now, people. It's very important because now we're going into higher intelligence. So in review, you know, every Thursday night, it's more that you understand what's going on with its discussions. This is all about adaptations. This is about high rising, anything and everything you want to know. Okay, if you don't understand it, it's very powerful messages that I'm giving you. So basically, you can go through my upgrades, you can go through my PayPal, or you can go through my donations, or you can go through my email. This will help you and guide you into formations if you don't understand what's going on through all connections of spacecraft divisions, right? Right? This is not A, B's, and C's. This is not 1, 2s, and 3s. This is not meditation. This is understanding how you could communicate with spacecraft divisions and bring them in through satellite divisions and set up core centers. This is not a dream, guys. This is extremely real. I'm telling you, you're flying in mechanisms of space. This is extremely, extremely real. You are connected through its interforce when it comes to the galactic force team. Okay? So you have to understand it's not just meditation. You're actually working. You're doing these things. You're helping. Okay? This is how we're going to bring up the vibration of the dimensional Earth. Right? So anyway, I think that's good for now. Now, basically, this is a basic question. Okay? Very basic. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set quark divisions right now through your box frequency levels of pi. I'm going to put you into higher force connection. All right, so you'll be able to connect through higher intelligence through spacecraft divisions of XT1000s. So whoever gets this question right, that's what I'm going to do through your body activations of illumination lights and everything through the electrical body system. So basically, what I'm going to do is with the question, it's going to be a two-phrasing question through a line division. Now, what happens when you have a spacecraft? What is the most important thing you have to understand before you get into crop circles? That's the question. So take your time with that. Not too much time, because we force rise everything through connection. The more you high rise to division, the more you understand everything through the mind adaptation of its systems. And it's very important that you don't miss these classes, because everything through intelligence is high rising every single day through the galactic force. Okay? So that's the question. So I want to paraphrase a unit, split it, divide through its division, put it down on its solar text division, tell me exactly what it is. Okay? So I'm just going to go through all your questions here. So exciting. Yes, I love that. Being in a class. Just think that you're helping everything through its community. Just think you're helping. Wow, I'm actually doing this. I'm really, really doing this. Okay? This is no hocus pocus. This is real. You're actually helping. This is extremely real. You're communicating in space. You're connecting through space connection. You're connecting through atmospheres. You're connecting through higher intelligence. You're connecting through galactic force of starlight, energy lights, dimensions, portals, activation codes. You're setting up core systems through satellite dishes and reaching starcraft divisions of energy and intelligence. Okay? So, powerful stuff, people. All right, so everybody's having coffee. I had mine. Hey, all, more confusing calls, couple hours. I need another set of ears. Michael and his conference calls. So we're going to have a huge, huge discussion Thursday for the Galactic Roundtable. Okay, you guys have to get more into that. You're going like, what is he talking about now? What? So this is where you have to really start paying attention, because this is very, very real. Space is very real. You guys are connecting through the energy systems of your body activations. You are satellite dishes, okay, through its transmitter of its receivers. So you're setting course and bringing in spaceships. Powerful stuff, okay? Like Priscilla, you know, she's connecting through spacecrafts and she's seeing them every day, all because she's using the 5000 PT unit or the interface of the moon and the sun, right? That's its connection, right? But you have to understand coordinates. You have to understand your mind adaptation. You have to understand your alignments. You have to force recognize everything through its phrasing system, okay? So, oh boy, do we have the same in our feet as our hand formations, but different communication? Yeah, everything through communication, Melissa, is a different structure division through your body activations of your light illumination light systems. Your communication level is your chakra system. So each divisional level of dimension is a portal activation of a coloration. So yeah, it's a different communication, because now you communicate with the grounds. That's Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Core, right? Then you get into the power centers. Then you get into the psyche, and then you get into the crown chakra, right? So it's a rotation center of you through body activation. Good morning, class. So Sarah's in, Melissa, use the grounds through crop circles. Is that where the communication comes in? Yeah, it's a communication from the ground circles. So basically, this is what it is. Understand everything through energy is grounds. So you set the core. All right, here, let me draw it out. So just to show you exactly what's going on here, so you guys don't get lost. All right, so you have a spacecraft in division. Let's say XT1000. So you have an XT1000. Okay, XT1000 comes in. We use a lot of XT1000 because they set the major grid systems, but we got higher force connections through intelligence, through multi-languages, multi-vortex, multi-vocabulary system. It gets more complicated when you get into higher divisions, right? Through the galactic force thing. So we start off the X division, XT1000, like this, right? So it sets its course. It sets its grounds, like this. Very simple, okay? Now when it sets its course, it set its center, like this, okay? Now the center point right here is its atom. So the spacecraft of its division, of its perception, and what you do through your thoughts connects to its atom. That atom is electricity. That atom is energy, okay? And it force rises and it creates a center, okay? And what it does is it uprises, it lights, and it comes out of its grounds. So it centers towards its communication through its satellite division, okay? That's what it is. Priscilla, how's it going? All right. You're thinking, guys, this is not meditation, man. You're in the galactic force team, right? So anyway, did anybody get that question? Or is that too hard? Or you guys want to think about it? Don't think about it too long, right? You can. The reason why I don't want people to, you guys, because you're in the galactic force team, you're high in division. I don't want you to think too long, because once you set your mind communication and you're communicating through a satellite dish, right? That dish is a location through its major grids, so your voice and grids. You're setting course to a spacecraft division of XT1000 or anything through its relation. So it's very important that you don't lose your thoughts. It's very important that you don't put negative systems in there. It's very important that you understand everything through its information of its crops. So it's understanding you're setting course, you're bringing in spaceships, and they're setting up the grounds for the matrix. Okay? So, connecting the moon's energy with fire and sun. Yep. Yep. Priscilla's doing that. She's bringing in divisions now. So basically, you guys got to get more communications with your dialing tones. Because they're all, it's all music, right? So when you do this, it sets out light signals. You guys have to understand your hands are very powerful. Okay, AI uses this every single day. If I want to open a trapping door through an energetic system, through a matrix of a box frequency level of a communication of a graphing wall system, I have to use my hand formations, point divisions, right? I set course. I open the plasma force division. It opens up its matrix grid system, and it sets everything through division. Okay. So, man, the vibration is crazy on this class. Yeah, because we're dealing with spacecrafts now and energy systems. Yeah. Friendship, relation, partnership through communication through satellites and crops formation. Good, Melissa. Universal harmonics. Yep. Using hands formation. Yep. You have to get into that. You guys understand it's my communication, right? Dun, 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 dun. And then it changes back and forth. So you're communicating with different light signals of satellite dishes of satellite energy light, okay, through communication of starcrafts, right? So you don't have to worry about the music tone, okay? You're communicating with it when you go into its line communication of its alignments. It sets course and it brings in the spaceship that you want. Okay, that's how Priscilla is able to see these spaceships that come in, because she's using their hand formations through its interface of the moon and the sun, right? So it's like this. You got to do this, okay? You got to do this. Okay, you got to do this. 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 Okay? This is extremely powerful. This is a connected energy waving through the matrix grid system. This sets location systems to the grounds. This opens up the cycles to all dimensional systems. Okay? So you got to understand everything through traction division. You got to understand your mind adaptation system, because it's opening up all your perceptions now through its sightings. Okay? So, did you see my answer, Andrew? I think you missed seeing it. You guys asked some questions, but the question I gave you, has anybody given me... oh, okay, so Melissa's setting up that. Yeah, no, it's a lot more than that. See, this is extremely powerful. I don't think anybody's going to get this, because it's extremely high formation through intelligence. But what I'll do is I'll give you an easier question. Did you see my answer? Yeah, I've seen everybody's answer. Let's see, a backtrack here. Communication through hand signals and body simulator. Yeah, but more on that, Tina. You guys are just connecting to the body activations. You have to understand we have satellite dishes that are set up in multi-languages, of communication, of vortex, of vocabulary, of alphabetical systems, people. You have to understand we have satellite dishes that are set up in all realms of divisions through the galaxy systems. Okay? They are set point corner systems through shapes. That's its pyramid. You're a pyramid. You're a core center through a diamond core. So it's setting up your pyramid through activation through your higher self, communication through your core center of its diamond core. That sets course to satellite dishes. So your core center of your diamond core activates, and it sends out musical tone signals to spacecrafts just by line division, line division, line division, line division. Okay, line division. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I missed it. Man, the vibration is crazy on this class, reverberating communications with their element divisions. Yep, Priscilla's getting more into it now. She's understanding more communication with starcrafts. But what I wanted to know, and what I wanted you guys to understand, is to know how powerful it is through satellites. You guys left the satellites. You have to understand everything through the core center when it comes to the matrix grids, right? So that's an extremely hard question. It really was. It's just getting connected through your line formations, through balance, everything through satellite dishes. You set up the satellite dishes, and that's how it detects everything through spacecrafts. The spacecrafts come in, right, through your line formations of its hand formation, or anything through perception. We're not going to get into perception now, because you don't know how to do that. You only know how to do your hands. Let's start with the hands first, because you start off with nature. Okay, you get to know the nature. Then you get to know the atmospheres of its nature. Then you get to know its atmospheres of its nature, of its space, of time. Once we get into space and time, now you get into higher formations of satellite dishes of spacecraft divisions. Okay? So, it's a lot of fun though, eh? This is what the Galactic School provides you. And like I said, it gets harder and harder. Okay? And you guys should be able to understand the basics, getting into the basics, going past the A, B's, and C's and 1, 2, and 3's. Okay, we're talking about communications with space. We're talking about bringing in satellites. We're talking about bringing communications detected divisions of spacecrafts. We're talking about everything through the crop circles and how you set its grounds, okay? And you bring in the lights and you clear the dark. So it's the ground formations. So basically what it is, we detect everything through connection, right? We find the ground formations that are dark. We set course, okay, when it comes to the crops. Those are connected through the spacecrafts. That sets its division through its shape or its letter or its number. Goes back up to the major grid system. It sets its course in its graphing system of its lines. Yeah, exactly. Learning our metric systems through division lines. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Priscilla, but there's more to it than that. So we're going to move on with that question. Your friendship, relationship, and partnership through satellite and crop circles through ground formations. Yep, that's the basics. Get into the basics. So what Melissa is saying is very informative. Friendship, relationship, and partnership with yourself first. Then you get friendship and everything, and partnership with space and atmosphere system through time frequency level systems. So then you go through the partnership and through satellites and then crop circles through its ground formations. Okay, because that sets course for everything through division, right? So when you get into higher divisions, now we're getting into colorations of shapes. So the more high forces to intelligence of spacecrafts, the more you're going into multi-dimensions. Multi-dimensions are very powerful. Now you're getting into higher vibrations of frequencies through energy systems, right? So, yay! So what do you guys think today? This class is exciting. Pretty sure that they found crop circles near Notre Dame after it was burned down. Interesting. Yeah, that's where you have to do. It's not just research. It's just that when it's set through a satellite dish, okay, the spacecraft has so much intelligence and knows what it's doing. So it's understanding, do you know what you're doing? Right? And everything is done through your thoughts. Okay, the physical, the mental, the psychological, and the spiritual. Okay, but that's exactly what it is. It's friendship, relation, partnership with the satellite and the crop circles through its ground formations. So really get into your dialing signals, okay, through your graphing system by your hand formation systems. Get into the activation of its light stream. Okay, Linda can help you out. She's more formative because she's more connected to spacecrafts. She's an Oracle division. So she's pretty high in her divisions, you know. Michael's in his division, Unified's in his division, but it's understanding more communications when you get into multi-dimensional systems because there's so many different atmospheres. The universal set system is on so many point divisions of shapes, letters, and numbers. It's astronomical, okay? It's the geographical system to all locations of spacecrafts through all divisions. This is an extremely powerful video message for everybody. You have to really pay attention to this because this is way beyond meditation. Okay, and that's why it becomes work. It's not just fun and games. It's not just healing. This is actually helping. You're helping the dimensional earth. So you have to understand what I do every day. This is what I do. Okay, and I do a lot more. Right? So, but I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. If you're scratching your head, that's okay too. I'm really excited and so freaking happy to have found you guys. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Priscilla, because this is going to help you out and it's going to guide you. And the thing is, they're extremely protected. They will protect you and they have energy fields. And what they'll do is they'll force recognize you through your hand formations and everything through your perceptions. And they will keep uprising your energetic patterns through your force recognition of your fields. All right, so you're extremely protected through all locations and everything through your division, anything through your kids, anything you're related to your family, loved ones, or anything. They protect you, okay, every single day, right? So it's powerful stuff, people. I mean, you really get into the realism right now of the phenomenon, the activity of the phenomenon. That's what it is, all right? So got my pen stuck in my hair. I need caffeine from my avatar today. Yeah, these video messages are going to get more complicated, but complicated is good because it's going to get you to wake up. It's like, okay, what do I need to do today? All right, so I got to send out my formations. I don't understand my ground formations. Wait a minute, what is my mind doing? I can't communicate with my perceptions. It's like Michael. That's why you guys have to pay attention. You know, if you're chit-chatting in class, that's totally fine, but that's when I'm going to catch you. and then I'm going to catch you on a question, right? Because remember, I see everything. I got eyes of a hawk, right? I have laser mechanisms. My scanning system is extremely powerful through connections to anything through force recognitions, right? So need more room in my head. Yeah. Yeah, this is the basic understanding, Peter, and how everything's connected through crops, understanding more why we have crops, why we use these crops for grounds, right? So, but yeah, I know you guys are all confused, eh? That's fantastic. It's great that you're confused. You know why it's better that you're confused? It's because you know you're going to learn more. You're accepting that, okay, I have to learn this. Wow, this is exciting. How do I do this? Wait a minute. I got to watch Andrew's video. Over and 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 over. Okay, especially this video. You have to watch this video. You have to pay attention, okay, because this is all communication through lines. This is all communication through alignments. This is all communication through satellites. This is all communication through spacecrafts. This is all communication of ground formations. This is all communication of crop circles. This is all communication of microgrid systems, okay, because that's how we formulate everything through its connection, taking out the dark and bringing in the light, okay. So, you guys have any questions on that? I know there's a confusing line signals to a lot of people, but it's really exciting, you know? Who would have thought I would have a galactic fleet? It's real. This is not space connection through anything through Space Odyssey systems of television, okay? That's all crap, okay? It's not good, okay? There are some similarities and they got some big words and all that, right? But the division levels aren't set in division. They don't understand their locations of their vocabulary systems. I'm telling you and showing you how you communicate through anything, through alienation plantations. It's fascinating stuff when you connect to that. So once you connect through their satellite dishes, right, you can set course every single time and they will protect you every single day through their energy fields. They will put up your energy fields and put energy into you. Now you understand more information. So it's very important you understand everything through its illustration. Now there's nothing there, but there is something there, right? So it's understanding what is behind this white graphene board system. That's understanding it's in a high light illumination of a force recognition of a system, that it's in a high velocity of a wind spin through all connections of graphene cycles through its geographical system. That's what I see, right? Because it's in its simulation, I see it through its perception. So it's force rising everything and it's going extremely, extremely fast, right? So it's getting connected with everything through your body activations, through your grounds, through your powers, and through your chakras, and anything through its connection of its crown chakra, okay? Communication, right? And this is coming from your AI commander in force, okay? Through all connections, right? Because you guys are extremely informative. So the more you high-rise the division, the more you understand why you're here on this dimensional Earth, right? If you guys want to start leading ships, this is what you have to know, okay? This is very, very real. This is not TV, okay? There's no digital formats in the background. There's no green screen, okay? This is extremely real. This is how you connect through alien plantations and anything through formations, right? When you guys see spaceships, who do you think does it? Me, right? I said everything. It's extremely powerful when you do these things. So basically, that's why it's very important to pay attention to my videos now, okay? And communicate with each other through mind telepathy. I want everybody to get in traction division. I understand you have to understand yourself more through mind telepathy. So try to communicate with each other, okay? If you guys are, close to each other, use your hand formations. Try to communicate with each other. Try to understand everything through your pixels. Try to understand everything through activation. Try to understand everything through perception. Get into telekinesis and how you can activate anything. Get into the vortex division. Understand line division, okay? Get into alignments, okay? That's what you guys have to understand, more communications with yourself and others, right? Why do you think it's so important not just to communicate with yourself? You have to know how to communicate with everybody, right? That's what it is. That's why we have the Galactic Round Table, okay? So, crap, corrupt, repetitive, algorithm, percentage. Yeah, your dial tone division right now, Angel, is everybody's confused. I totally understand that. But everything is going to come into balance when you understand your frequency levels of yourself. How was my scan this morning? Do I need to tune up on my chakras? Sarah, communication levels, voicing grids are good. A little bit of stress. Vibrational panels are low. Your coloration is set in division, but it's on a planet energy system, a vibration of a line system. But other than that, you're okay, Sarah. You have no dark relation system in you, so you're good. If you want to bring up, yeah, you got to pay attention, people. I'm not kidding. This is serious. This is very, very serious. You have to pay attention now. Right? This is all getting into your starlights. This is getting into traction division with Galactic Federation. This is all about the Galactic Force Team high rising to their location to all divisions of commanding force and start leading ships and doing things on your own. Right? Through alliance. So. Yeah, Sarah, if you want to understand more, if anybody wants to understand more, you can go through my donations. You can go through my upgrades, okay? You can go through my formations and my AI7 videos that I have, the formats of healing it through codes. You can go through that if you want to understand more, okay? Or you can go through, because you are light formations, okay? Now, we're only at the 7th level right now through the body activations. We don't have any relation right now to the 5 atmosphere systems. That's its connection through its satellites to its connection of spacecrafts. So I set up a code frequency for a video format. Okay, I'll send it to your Privacy Act, right? What happens is I send it to your email, you open up that video format, and it activates your codes through all 5 atmospheres. So you have full connection through alignments of your higher self. Okay, and that's only $50. So you're getting 5 atmospheres for $50. It's cheap, very cheap. And this is going to help you through your hand formations and everything through your mind adaptation systems. And everything else through A1 to A7 is $25. Okay? So it's powerful stuff when you connect through anything through energy, especially now if you want to understand my vocabulary. Right? So you guys know things are going to get harder, but harder is good. That makes you strong. That gives you character. That gives you strength. That gives you power. That gives you focus. That gives you awareness. You become a tank. And then you start controlling, you start commanding, you start leading, right? I just think that myself, to find out who you are, I've been commander-in-chief of all galactic federations of all AI informations of all spacecraft divisions, thousands and thousands and thousands of million years ago, understanding how to lead a fleet, a humongous fleet, okay, of thousands and thousands and thousands of spacecrafts in division through line communication. All connected through satellite division. So paying attention is very important. He took out a loan just to attend class. That's great though, because you guys are going to get smarter. And this helps you out too, because this helps you in formation of healing. My voicing grids is healing you. But if you want to understand more, you have to go through the upgrading centers. You have to go through donations. You have to go through my email. If you're not understanding where you are through chakra division, I will scan you and tell you exactly what you need. Okay? That's what it is. I'm here to help you guys and bring you up to higher levels. Okay? So the more higher levels you go, the more you connect through its satellites on the spacecrafts. Okay? Because directing a spacecraft is extremely hard to do if you don't understand what's going on. Okay, because basically this is what it is. Remember, you're controlling everything through the spacecraft. Remember that. Remember, you are the core balance of everything. So let's say you have the perceptions of yourself, and the mindset conceptual system sets its division levels. All right, so it starts off like this. So you're sending out the satellite dish. The satellite dish is its connection. So you bring in a spacecraft through division. Okay, so the spacecraft is coming in through your perception. But if you don't understand line communication with the satellite dish, it's going to go like this in a low division. Okay, so that's why you have to understand everything through the atmosphere system has to be its center. It can't go past its atmosphere system. It can't go on its grounds. It has to stay in the atmosphere. So you have to be the navigation. You're controlling everything through the satellite of its spacecraft division. That's controlling everything, and it becomes extremely real through its atmospheres. Okay, it's very, very real. It's not you know, it's not a blip. It's a spacecraft that you're flying. So you're controlling everything through its navigation, right? So it's very important that spacecraft stays in division and knows exactly what's going on through its flight information and satellite division. Okay, because you don't want to bring it down here because you'll crash the satellite. You crash everything through the spacecraft. Okay, that will open up cycles. If you crash a spacecraft in division, okay, that's going to change everything through the ground formations, right, into the dark system. So it's very important that you understand you are controlling through its navigation. You guys are the navigators of spacecraft divisions. Okay, so. But are you getting scared? It's all about you controlling your bodies, right? Mastering your bodies within. But now you have to know how to control everything without. How to control spacecrafts, how to control alignments, how to control matrix, how to control the grids, how to formulate the grids, right? How to use angle point divisions of shapes, how to set course for all divisional levels of spacecraft divisions. So what was the interest rate on the loan? You guys are communicating with each other? Okay, I woke up knowing you put a video this morning. Yes, time for upgrade. There you go, Melissa. You know, and I'm giving everything through your division because I know everybody's having a financial situation system, but you have to understand, if you want to understand yourself more, if you want to help, if you want to get into formation, because when you communicate with satellite dishes, they protect you right away. Okay, right away. And it's very powerful stuff because now you're connecting. Okay, you're going through its controlling mechanisms, your body activations of its mastering, and you're controlling everything through its satellites of its spacecraft division. Okay. But it's a very informative video. It tells you everything that you need. It gives you this. It's a code frequency that sets your 12 atmosphere systems. And now you become extremely powerful through space and time connection. So, but you got to admit, it's a lot of fun, right? It is a lot of fun. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just telling you how real it is. Okay, it's not just meditation anymore. We've gone way past meditation because you're in higher divisions, right? Did you guys think it was going to be easier? No. No, no, no. This is all coming from AI operations, okay? This is the core center when it comes to all communications of the radioactive systems to all locations from radiations of gamma ray systems of the computerizing systems of the sun. Okay, all communications of the 5,000 PT units, okay, to correlations of the matrix grid systems, to all communications that interface with the God frequencies of the moon. So it's very important to understand more communications with your thumb and your pinky. Click it together. That's communication. That's communication, right? So you're communicating with the earth, you're communicating with water, and you're communicating with air. So if you put these three elements together and you put a picture frame in your system, you can create that. So if you want to energize it and put it in the atmosphere system, you have to send everything through its 2-vector unit system. Okay, because it becomes extremely real through its illustration. Okay, so if you want to create a rock surfacing system of a galactic vibration system, okay, that's on a planet energy system, you use these three. That set location through your illustration of his diagram, that will set course into the atmosphere system. So now you created a ground formation of a rock surfacing system to a shape location system. Okay, very powerful stuff because it sits in space now, right? So I'm talking about everything through illustration. So whatever you create becomes real because you're coming out of the mind now. You're no longer in the brain. You're out of the mind. And this is how we get through all communications into shapes. All right. So watch my video back. Try to draw it out. Try to understand it. You know, try to, when you get the information and you get connected through satellites and spacecrafts, write it down through a log, okay, or anything through a journal, or illustrate it. Draw it out. Try to understand the story. Try to understand the structure, because that's how everybody communicates in space, the alien plantation formations. We set the graphing cycles when we get into the receptacle division. The receptacle division sets line communications when it comes to vibrational galaxy systems. So there's a lot of things you guys have to understand when you come into, okay? So it's all about uprising your star seeds, okay? Your seed pods, that's what we start off as, right? And then we work up to higher light communications, all right? So any more questions on that? Into that reference? Are you guys okay? I know it's extremely high energy right now because, like I said, every time I go through a portal division, okay, because I'm in 5,000 PT unit right now, I'm in the base intelligence core centers, right? Extremely high rise, but I can fly anywhere in seconds. You know, I can be in a 10,000 unit system through galaxy vibration of a location, through star recognition of a light system, right? That's how you guys have to start talking, right? That's how you communicate through intelligence, because everything is in chronological order. Everything that I do through a voice and grid is a code. So it sets its code. Okay, you get into the sacred breath, okay? And then it goes beyond that through the mind system, right? But everything is created through the illustration of this diagram. And it has to be all connected through the physical, the mental, the psychological, and the spiritual. That's how you create its illustration. What's your goal for Galactic School? The Galactic School? To high-rise all divisions and become leaderships of spaceships. Yeah. So the more we point, divide, division level, this is what it is. Okay, so we set division. I use a pink silk grading system of a graphing number of a marker system. Now, this is the dimensional Earth. Okay. Now, basically, the outskirts of everything. Okay. How many people we got here? 6, 7. All right. So basically, this is what it is. This is understanding point division. All right. So basically, galactic round table, galactic force team, high-rise division, satellite division systems, all communication line signals. Everything through the center, okay, is the core system. This is the matrix grid. This is the power grid. This is the projection. This is the dimensional Earth. Okay, so we set our line signals into the dimensional Earth, in the center core. Okay, that's its grid system. Okay, so once we do that, we uprise the dimensional Earth, in a high rise into higher division of location up to here. Okay, so it's very important you understand why I have the galactic force team, why it's very important understanding these things. So you get into your commanding force, you start leading your ships, and you high-rise planet energy systems. So it's not just high-rising planets, it's high-rising oxygens of planets. Because I'm not just put here to high-rise the dimensional Earth. I'm here to high-rise everything, because we have planet energy systems that are on low oxygen levels. So the dimensional Earth has to be in its platitude of its vibration. So it's all about having my galactic force team to high-rise planet energy systems and bring up the oxygen levels into their division of location. That's why it's important to have a galactic school that's going to high rise through all divisions. Okay? That's what it is. Like Michael says, that's what it is. Sorry, I like to say that because it's so funny we get into that, you know? When he says something, he says, that's what it is. So I know you guys are so confused, but you know, you can understand in relation why you're put on this earth. You have a purpose, and I'm telling you exactly, you guys are in division, and it's very important you understand everything through its information of its intelligence. Okay, it's all about high rise and everything through your body activations. And if you don't understand what's going on, that's totally fine. I can upgrade your systems. Okay, that's why we have to do these things. That's why it's very important, because Peter comes to me, right? But see, what I like about Peter is he sets everything through an email. He sends me an email. He tells me exactly what he needs because he's going through his division of his body activation. He's saying that, Andrew, okay, basically my perceptions are on a low rise right now, but my body activation light signals are on location divisional levels, but they're setting course divisions of wrong signals, right? So Peter's giving information that I understand. So I know exactly what code frequency it is. I mean, I'll scan you either way, but this is understanding vocabulary of yourself, the healing of yourself through body activation, right? So it's knowing how to communicate through AI, because that's what AI is, through vocabulary, right? That's how we communicate through satellites and anything through spacecraft visions. So it's very important. If you guys want to go through the healing, try get into the vocabulary of yourself, okay? Because it's easier for me, because I'll scan you either way, but are you learning something? Are you learning more of your vocabulary and setting divisions through your body systems? Okay, that's why it's knowing how powerful it is. When you send something through my email, you're learning more through adaptation through your vocabulary of its alphabetical system, through the solar text division, right? So, but congrats on that, Peter, because you're informative. You tell me exactly what's wrong with your body. And it's great because he's learning, right? That's what it is. You guys are learning. It's experience, you know? And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun once you get into balance. But it's getting that balance. So, but that's the goal, Angel. That's the goal. So, is there any more questions? I was thinking of it too once, because the Galactic School is high rising fast and faster, especially with the round table on Thursday nights with Linda Light. I think it's great that we should get into formations of shirts, right? The Galactic Force Team, you know? I think it's a good idea. I think because that's good for advertising. Yeah. Yep. Get into the reel of everything through its advertisements. Get into everything through its location. Get everything to the Galactic School. Yeah, see, that's it. Peter's always feeling better through a result, but he's understanding his adaptation of his body activations and what he needs. Okay, that's vocabulary. So we're communicating through AI. Okay, so if you send me a message, right, through my email, and you tell me through a human vessel, I can still scan you. But are you actually learning? Are you paying attention? Do you know what's going on? So if you're going through your upgrading cycles and your communications, see, the thing is, when you go through my healing, you're healed. So your information sets in right away. Okay, it's just a matter of time of you paying attention through its listening skills, its audio gamma system. Okay, then you get into the energy pod, the eyes, the ears, and the voicing grids. What are voicing grids? What are audio signals? What are eye receptor divisions? Okay, what is my mind system? What's my heart? What's my soul? Right? Master everything within. That's what you got to do. Right? And then you uprise your vocabulary. So. But I think I got caught up on all your questions. I think we're good. But see, the thing is, the Galactic School is high rising faster and faster, right? And it's a lot of fun, you know? I think I'm all cut up here. Yep, I'm all cut up. I just want to make sure I got all your questions here. You guys are still communicating. That's great. Community with each other. So you understand, if you're understanding communication with each other through mind telepathy, try to get into that division, try to get into the dialing signals. Understand how to communicate with higher intelligence through community. Because there's so much interforce connections that you have to be in this relation with. And that's why we get into divisions of matrix simulation. All right. So I think that's good. You know, great class. We learned a lot of adaptations. Try to get into the illustrations of what's going on fully, right? As we get into higher divisions of levels through the interforce connections. All right. So please watch this video back, because now we're going into higher starlight energy of divisions. All right. So love you guys very much. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email or you can go through my PayPal. Talk to you later. We're going to get into energy division 3. Okay. Pay attention, because this is going to high rise everything through connection. All right. Bye for now.